Okay. I believe we are live. I believe we're live. Right, guys, so I just finished a stream of Turtles in Time on the SNES, and my thinking was that I'll stream a wrestling game for the SNES, and I couldn't decide which one, so I thought, why not do a few? Because there's quite a few games on the SNES. There's about 3 or 4 WWF games, or WWE now. There's a WCW one, then there's Natsume Championship, Hammerlock Wrestling, Super Fire Pro Wrestling. There's probably about 7 or 8 there. So I thought I'd just fire through. We can try a few of them, and we'll see how we got on. So first one I've got here is WWF Super WrestleMania, and by the looks of it, this was 92. And I hope this is working okay. I've not tried these ROMs, by the way, as far as, seeing how the quality is or anything like that, but hopefully they're okay. Seems to be a bit of a buzzing coming from this one, isn't there? You hear that? Hopefully that's just me. It's maybe the ROM, or you need to remember, because I'm using an emulator, there's a lot of games that, they don't emulate right. So hopefully that's not too annoying for you guys. Right, so I've got Macho Man, Undertaker, Jake the Snake, Earthquake, Hawk, Animal, Typhoon, Sid Justice, Ted DiBiase. That's it there. It's funny how we look back at this time, when there was a WWE, WWF game on the Mega Drive, they always seem to kind of split the characters between the two systems. We'll Sid Justice, see if I can break his leg off the top rope. Yeah, can you guys hear that buzzing? That's annoying me. I'll just play one game if the buzzing's going to keep going. Now, before you say how terrible I am at these games, I have no clue what the buttons are. Absolutely no clue. I'm just winging it. And I've got no desire to figure out the buttons. This is half the fun. Yes! Slam at the top rope. Oh! I nearly did break his leg there. Look, I've lost about 20% of my energy already. Leg drop. It's amazing, you take a lot of newer games obviously for granted now, and you forget this is where everything came from. Certain genres, like Mario Brothers is timeless. That's 1985 and it's still a fantastic game, but certain games they just couldn't get right for a long time. And the thing is, these games always sold well because everyone loved wrestling. I'm getting my ass kicked. $1 Million Man is kicking me around. I only punch him and then run away. Oh, headbutt. I thought this was PG. Right, I can't even see my character. How did I get in here? Is it one of those ones I need to go? Oh my god, the timer's going. Is it one of those ones that I can't even go around the side to get in? I assume that's how I get in. Yeah. I need to go all the way to the side to get in. It's kicking my ass. I'm pressing a lot of buttons that they don't seem to be doing anything as well. That's my excuse.
1, 2, 3.
I didn't even have... I still had energy left. What's going on? Right, that was absolutely awful. Right, we'll start over. I want to go someone else. No, yeah, try a tag team now. I should probably put it on easy. Right. Go the Macho Man. Hulk Hogan, the Mega Powers. What were they called again? Natural Disasters, is that right? Am I getting that right? The Natural Disasters? I'm sure when he done his first WrestleMania, Earthquake was only like 26, even though he looked about 50. I can hear a lot of buzzing here. Hopefully that isn't coming through your end. In fact, I hope it is coming through, because if it's not coming through your end, it means that my earphones are broke. I'd rather it was an emulated game than my earphones. Yeah! Great, that was brilliant. Just start off by running into the Fat Man. Seem to be doing that a lot. And yeah, when he does it to me, I suppose that makes sense. He's a big fat guy. I've got no idea what's going on here with the buttons. I should probably learn. But, you know, I'm not planning on playing this game all night. I just really want it. Come on. Headbutt. There we go. Alright, so this is where I need to figure out how to tag or I'm going to get beat. There we go. Here comes the Hulkster. There we go, no problem. Come on. He's not coming. No wonder he's got a bad back. Yes, leg drop. Double leg drop. Triple leg drop. I'm here all week. Come on. I don't, in fact, I need to get him away. I don't want him to tag. I want to keep kicking his ass. Although, it looks like he's doing it to me. Come on. Tap out of that. Like, let's see. It's a little bit too close to my liking. Yeah, the old fake jump out. Why isn't he doing like... Thank you, Macho Man. There we go. Macho Man isn't doing well. A lot of leg drops in this game, you noticed that? I must admit, there's a lot of time I'm doing stuff that, you know, you push a button and then something else happens. Oh, come on. Typhoon just leg dropped me from the top rope. Come on, Hogan. Right.
1, 2, 3.
Why is it? I don't know why, but he just started punching Earthquake rather than the guy who was killing me. Right, guys, so let's try another one. I'll try another one now. Right. What else have we got here? WWF Raw. Right, so we'll see what that's like. What year was that there? Sorry, I'm going to reset that. I want to see what year that was. I think that was 94. Is that right? It's not coming up now. There we go. 94. 94, right. So this is 2 years later. Let's see what they've done with those 2 years. Have they learned how to develop a proper wrestling game? And remember, if I suck, it's because of the game. It's not because of me. You're right. Oh, look at the options here. 1-on-1 tag team Survivor Series Raw endurance match. I've certainly, you know, boosted things up a little bit. I want to try Bedlam. Let's try Bedlam. Let's try a brawl. Yeah, CPU can choose opponent. I don't care. Bret Hart. Oh, I like how they're playing the music now. Yokozuna. Banzai drop. What else have we got here? Bam Bam. Razor Ramon. There we go. Scott Hall himself. Lex Luger. Didn't realise he was 6'5". I thought he was smaller than that. So that was a narcissist. Doink. Surprised Doink was, I suppose, the Shawn Michaels. What else we got here? 1, 2, 3 kid. How did he make it onto this? Fair play to him. Diesel. This was before a lot of these guys all went to WCW, wasn't it? His own Hart. Why did I mean is Luna as good as it is, good as it is that you got these like nice screen that tells you all the facts, it just makes selecting your character an absolute pain in the ass. And let's go Undertaker. Right, so I'm fighting Lex Luger apparently. Just yeah, whoever. It's maximum mayhem in a bedlam free-for-all brawl. Right. Oh, it's 3-way. Oh, they've got a different system. It's very similar actually, but they've got a different system here as far as punching. Oh. Nice. Feels a little bit more fluid than the other game. You know, they've definitely improved it. The Super WrestleMania game was just a little bit... All I seem to be able to do is just drop kick people. And I get drop kicked off the top rope by Typhoon. Oh, there we go. Great. Right. Go away. You just fight each other and I'll just, you know, do the sneak attack. That's the plan. Alright, I'm going to keep running over. Oh, there's a chair. I'm forgetting this is a brawl thing. Right, I'm going to punch and run. That's my tactics. Forgetting it's 6 buttons in this SNES, but I'm only using about 2 here. See a bum there from the old backdrop. I can't see like they're just going after me. This Bedlam thing seems to be very biased against me here. Like the two of them are just working as a tag team. It's like a handicap match more than anything else. Hey Evo, I used to play a lot of wrestling games. Well, you know, I'd play them. It was a great 2-player game, or you know, when you're a kid. I would have to say, you know, for me, the best games for wrestling was probably the N64. Right. Like, did you see how... Am I just imagining things, or was that not just completely biased? You know, how biased was that? I don't know if I... See, this is the thing. I don't know... Am I going to be able to hide in a Royal Rumble? Let's go to 1, 2, 3, kid. I was surprised there was this many wrestling games. I only thought there was about 2 or 3. There's like 7 or 8. Lots of them. I think some of them were only Japan, and some of them might have only been out in America. I don't know if they came to Europe. I don't know how this wrestling system works as far as, you know, how you're supposed to... Now I've got 5 guys that probably all want to beat me. Can I run? I'll run away. I'm surprised, you know, the SNES can handle this many sprites in at the one time. Used to always, you know, in earlier systems, there used to always be kind of sacrifices for things like that. Oh, bam bam. I've got no idea how this works as far as... Oh, I just done a dropkick. Another one. It's dead kind of quick. You know, it's like unrealistically quick when he throws a kick. How come I kicked him and then he's got me in the sleeper? How does that work? No idea. Yeah, I put on another game first, Evo. There was That was Super WrestleMania. This one's Royal Rumble, I think it was. And this was 2 years later, 94. So the graphics are a little bit better than the first one. I think the first one sold more because it was, you know, the first wrestling game in the SNES. Obviously, you get more sales in the first year or two than the later years. What was 94? Was 94... What was it? Was it Saturn out there, or was that 95? Was that 96? That's the thing. There's a lot of great games that just don't get played just because, you know, they were released at the end of a system's life. 94 is probably right in the middle of when the SNES was popular, though. I must admit, I'm not having fun with this anymore. It's a bit... Meh. It's the same with the other one. Granted, I don't know the buttons with any of these things, but... Let's go to the top rope. Can I run the top rope? Top rope. Top rope. Top rope. Top rope. There we go. Great. I get to hit the girl now. Oh well, she beat me. There doesn't seem to be any. Right, I'm getting bored of that. I'm gonna load a different game now. So that was WWF. In fact, that was WWF Raw. That wasn't Royal Rumble. That was WWF Raw. Right, there's two other ones. There's WWF WrestleMania, and the arcade game, and there's WWF Royal Rumble. So let's try the Royal Rumble game. Saturn's 95, right? Yeah, because I know that Sega had like a year or two where they were just adding all these different attachments, didn't they? You know, 32X and all that. All right, Carry Boy, how you doing, mate? I'm playing wrestling games now. Yeah, they had a game. When was it? They had like a 32X, and they had this like Mega Drive CD, Mega CD, and all that as well. That's not the same as the one I played earlier. No, it's not. Mr. Perfect. There's buzzing on this again, which I think is... I don't know if it's the emulator or what. Crush. Ric Flair. I think Ric Flair's in the running here. He's a lot of the same guys that was in that other game. Yeah, back to the start. In fact, I'm going perfect. Here's my opponent. Yeah, there's a lot of games. There's 7 or 8 games. This one, I think. In fact, when was this one? This one is... Where is it? This one's 93, actually. Right, so I went back to front. So, this one's 93. The one I was playing before was 94. Oh, it's the same game. They're just releasing the same game every year. So, this looks very like the other one. This looks like they've just milked it every year and just released a different version of it. So it was 92, and then the last one was 94. This one's 93. I might be able to get... If it's just 1-on-1, I might have a better chance. You guys hearing that buzzing? There's a little clicking sound in this game for me. He just bellied me. Is that a move? I don't know what you're supposed to... Is it R? Is that saying R? Is that what you're supposed to do? I don't know. I don't know what you're supposed to do with this. See, I know I played these games as a kid because I know that my friends would have had them and I probably bought one of them. But for the life of me, I can't remember the buttons. I can't, remember how you play it. The only one I really remember was the one in arcades, WrestleFest. That was the one I played a lot. Oh, that buzzing's doing my head in. Just running at the wall there. Start his timeout in here. I'm just going to keep punching him. Punching in the face seems to work. I've got no idea how you pin. Just throw him out. No, it's not as good as UFC 2. Not at all. Shows you how far we've came. Right. How do you pin? No idea how you pin. There we go. Surely, like, he's got 0 energy. Surely I've won this. Right, that game's too similar for me to actually play it for a long time. So I'm going to put on the other WWF game, which is WWF WrestleMania, the arcade game. So we've got here, what year is this? 95. This is the latest one we've got in the SNES. So this is when Evo said the Saturn was out. So the Saturn was out at this point, and you know, they've released another wrestling game, milked it. Look at the state of this. They've went the pit fighter route of, you know, digitized characters. Right. I'll go the bad guy. I'll go for the Intercontinental Championship. Am I fighting myself? I'm fighting... Surely they could have given me someone else here. Oh, this is very arcadey. Razor Ramon versus... Oh, Razor Ramon is beating Razor Ramon. Right. If there's any doubt, I'm the green one, by the way. And it is... This is just like Pit Fighter. If you remember Pit Fighter, then... What's that? It's like a sword. Is that a backslap? Oh, I'm liking this. This is actually really good.
What's this?
Fuck. This is the best game so far, without a doubt. Right, I just got my ass kicked.
Here we go.
I like the backslash. The backslash looks like a sword. I love the crazy. Look at that. This is like the NBA Jam of wrestling games for the SNES. That's what this is. It's just mayhem. God. The guy's kicking my ass. I'm getting beat by myself. That was a combo, apparently. I'm finding that button bashing is the way to win this. We just got him in mid-air. Yeah, it's like one of those Mortal Kombat, like it's like the early Mortal Kombat kind of pit fighter style of games. Top rope. Oh, that's poor. It's crazy, you know, this is before they had even the power to do graphics like this, and I think was the first Killer Instinct was a little bit like this as well, wasn't it? Killer Instinct was like this. Ah, that was actually quite good. It's just, but it's a little bit more. The other ones, I guess, you would say that they're more kind of simulation. The arcade style was a little bit more fun, if I'm honest. But maybe long term, you know, there's more skill involved with the other ones. I don't know. Oh, is that a baseball bat? Right, Razor Ramon is killing me. Right, Shawn Michaels is not my guy. Oh, got a wee bit of punch combo there. Back kick. Boom shalaka. Right, boom shakalaka. This is definitely... Have they just... Clearly they've had the NBA Jam team working on this without a doubt. Carrie, I'm using my PS4 controller. I recorded a video the day for this. It explains how you use it. There's an app called DS4 Windows, and it lets you use your controller. It's really easy to set up. Yeah, so that's me done the 4 wrestling games. I'm going to... There's a WCW game. Super Brawl, I think it was called. And then I'm going to start... I can try those really, really obscure ones. There's a couple of games that were like Japan. I think they were like Japan. There's one from America. I don't know if they're any good right enough.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I've played this one before.
FCI presents WCW
Super Brawl Wrestling. Right, let's see who we've got here. If you watched wrestling back in the 90s, you're going to recognise a lot of these guys. I'll go for one player. I'll just do a single event. 1-on-1. Sting will be there, surely. Ravishing Rick Rude. Right, here we go. So who's this? Is that Dusty Rhodes? Vader, Ravishing Rick Rude, Ric Flair. Is that Flying Brian Pillman? Sting. The Steiner, Rick Steiner. Mark Mero. Scott Steiner. Oh, what do you call him again? Ron Simmons? I don't know who that is. I don't know who these guys are. I don't know who the guys at the bottom are. Right. I'll maybe go... I'll go a big guy. Go Vader. Oh, actually, alright, it tells you who they are. Right, so if I go back, see who those guys are. Oh, it's Ricky Steamboat. Right, okay. Ricky Steamboat. That didn't look like him there. Barry Windham. Right, okay. Right, so I'm going to go Vader. This looks like they've went the whole pit fighter, Mortal Kombat style as well, the NBA Jam type of thing. It was really popular for like 3 or 4 years. They all used it. Oh well, they've not used it here clearly. We've got a. Oh, this is bad. Yeah, you think this is bad? Wait till get the other games out. Wait till get the other games out. I'll really be scraping the barrel for bad wrestling games there. What am I doing here? Right, go. I should probably spend some time figuring out the buttons, but yeah, there we go. Oh, that was nice. Look at the 3D nature of this grid. They went for the kind of crazy angle. It's more like a square than a rectangle, isn't it? No way he's picking him. Oh, I suppose Simmons is strong, is he? I have red hair. Does that mean I'm Irish? I've got no idea what that comment is referring to. But, no. Well, it depends where you're from. Everyone in America is Irish. That's what I remember from visiting America. Everyone's getting Irish granny or something. God, he's kicking my ass here. Am I actually hitting him? I don't think I'm hitting him. I think he's just slapping me away. And now he's just throwing me about like I'm tiny. Vader's like one of the biggest guys in the world. He's just super... He's just throwing me about like I'm nothing. Right, I don't... There, look at that. I'll be honest, I don't know what's going on in this game. This is pretty poor. I'd still say that Crazy Arcade game's the best one yet. Yeah, Evo, it's 3D. This is what 3D was. But was this not 95 it said there? Am I getting that right, I think? Hold on now. I think that was 95. No, 94 this is. This is 94. Bam! I've got 0 health. I'm beat. Oh, come on! He's just taking the piss. Right. I'm pushing all the buttons and it doesn't seem to be... Oh, there we go. A wee cheeky punch in the face there. There we go. I'm just going to keep pushing that button. What? He's just flying from the other... Right, I'm beat here. Right. Right. That wasn't good. Right. I'm going to go back to 1993. There is a game... Oh, how? Why? Oh, is this like another pinfall thing? I'm going to get back. There's a game called Saturday Night Slam or Saturday Night Slam Masters. And I'm going to try that game. Saturday Night Slam Masters. I've never even heard of this game. So it's going to be interesting to see what it's like. Saturday Night Slam Masters. Capcom. Oh, here we go. 93, 94. Surely this is going to be good. I don't think... This might actually not... I think it is a wrestling game, but maybe it's a fighting game or something. Could have locked out here. I don't know. This is Saturday Night Slam Masters. This could just be like a beat 'em up like Final Fight, and maybe it's not a. I don't know. Maybe it actually looks like a. Actually looks like a wrestling game. Right. These aren't regular guys. Biff. Oh, there's Haga from Final Fight, and the background of every Street Fighter game. And you know, I just want to go Haga now because he's the only guy I know. Once I grab you, you're going for a ride. It's very Capcom-like, isn't it? You can tell it's a Capcom game. Look at the size of this boy. Am I the same size? No, clearly not. Look at this. Like, my guy's supposed to be like 6 foot. Oh, I'm liking this. This is like a proper Capcom style fighting game. And they've just kind of amended it and put it in a ring. There's the lariat. It's a Zangief special. On you big bastards. I'm actually kicking his ass here, aren't I? No, he just karate chopped me. 0-30 past, what does that mean? Right, we've found a game I'm awesome at. I'm amazing at this game. That's what I found out. It's just like they've kind of made a mix of like, I don't know, it's like Final Fight in a ring, almost. It's weird. So that is better than that arcade game for WWF was quite fun, but apart from that, most of those games suck balls, man. Can you imagine shelling out like £40 back in the day, or £50? People forget that's how much these games cost back in the day, which is, what is that today's equivalent? Like, you know, 50 or 60 or 70. And I know Evo, I don't know what they were thinking. Right, now I went from fighting against a basketball player to fighting, I don't know what this guy is. He's like the size of a 5-year-old kid or something. Oh, out in the ring. Right, I don't like that. Right, this seems like I'm going to lose the match if I don't get in. Right, is this a tactic? 30 seconds past. Right, so does this where we both lose? Double count. Double count out. We're both losers. How does that work? So, can you, like, they've obviously been down the arcade route. Can you imagine you put money in that? Like, it wouldn't surprise me if this was an arcade game. Can you imagine getting into the arcades? I'm going to go Biff, just because of how awesome that name is. That, for reference, that guy was 7'9", which is just ridiculous. Oh, no, I'm going to go with the Rasta. Can you imagine, like, if you're in the arcades and then the guy wouldn't let you back in and you had to put in like another 50 pence or another $1 or something just because they've used a cheap tactic to keep you out there? Oh, great, I'm fighting an acrobat. Right. Homeless guy versus generic Mexican wrestler guy. I just look like Yeti or something, don't I? Why are they playing Zelda music? That's what it sounds like. That sounds like Zelda. Can I go up the top rope? No, what's interesting about all these wrestling games, the SNES has got like 6 buttons, and quite a lot of these games, you're only using like 2 or 3 at most. None of the other buttons don't do anything. Maybe I'm playing it wrong, but it doesn't seem like they're doing anything. What danger that guy's lifting me. That's very Zelda-like, isn't it? Yeah. Well, I think that's where they get Zangief from. I think they kind of just based it on. I know they said that they based it on a famous Russian wrestler guy, but you know the actual character was very similar to Haga. I'm surprised Haga never. I don't. He has appeared in Street Fighter games, but you know I don't think as a character, has he? I might be wrong. He was always in the background in games. Oh no, he's just doing the. Looks like there is actual special moves in this game. Oh, there we go. Right. That actually wasn't that bad. That one wasn't too bad. Yeah, that one wasn't too bad. Right, so I'm going to look at some of the other games that are there. There's another one from '94. There's 3 left that I can see here, and it's called Natsume Championship or Natsume Championship Wrestling. I think this is a Japanese one. Let me see. Natsume Championship Wrestling. Right. Natsume Championship Wrestling. Right, let's see what this is like. Apparently this is from '94. 94 was a big year for SNES wrestling games. Without a doubt, that was the year to be a wrestling fan in the world of Super Nintendo. Right. I wonder if we found a diamond in the rough here. You know what? I'm going to take the easy route. I don't care. I want to win a fight. Right. Who have we got here? Are these all made up guys or real guys? These look very fake. M. Roach, Hungry Snake, Conan. They're all about 6'4", aren't they? I like how the generic. That guy's just called Big Ape. I need to go Big Ape, don't I? Big Ape. Oh god. What am I doing with my life? He does look like an ape as well. He does look like, is it just me here? He does look like an ape. Like, you can't even hear any noises. Like, there's no noises when you, like, he's just throwing me about. There doesn't seem to be any noises there when I was throwing a punch or, oh, there we go. We've got some effects now. How much time did they do the actual grapple? They stand and then they do this. Big Ape is just getting thrown about. Come on, can't it be Big Ape? Look at the way he runs. Oh my god, that's tremendous. Can you imagine if you imported this back in the day? Big Ape. Oof. I don't like that sound. Like breaking my neck. Oh my god, Phantom is just kicking my ass. Like, the fact that this guy's still got green in his level, in his energy bar. I'm red. I'm just getting a little bit of yellow. Like, oh, I'm going down to the really bad red. He's got me in a single leg. What would that call? With single leg crab? What would you call it? Single leg crab. That's the stupidest thing I've ever seen in my life. Right, can I just... It's funny how they've put more effort into the music than they have the actual sounds of the wrestling game. Yeah, it does look like as this one, and 2.9. I'm actually starting to like this just because you've got a big ape in it and because I kicked out at 2.9. I've not won a turn yet, and you know what? I should maybe just go for the count now. That would be more of a respectable loss than... Yeah, I'm beat. I'm beat again. Man, that was poor. I like the fact that he was running around and he was like a big ape. Oh boy, he was too tough. Because he got a win pin. He got a win pin. Right. Well, hopefully the only way is up. Right, the next one. 94 as well, guys, right? 94. And it is Hammerlock Wrestling. Hammerlock Wrestling. I know nothing about these games other than the fact that they came out that year. Right. Hammerlock Wrestling. Let's see what Mr. Emulator is going to provide for us today. Mr. Emulator provide us with a good wrestling game. What have we got here? Hammerlock Wrestling. Jaleco. It's funny with all these like non-official guys that, you know, non-official. Well, I don't expect this to be an actual organization. You just got all these made-up fighters. Yeah, 5 minutes is enough. 5 minutes is more than enough. Well, here we go. Sam Warhammer, 6'7". Ivan Destra, I will crush you. Mondo Funde. Baron Kaiser. I assume he's German. The Great Max. Sid. What's going on with this guy? Ogre Prime. Alpha Bozak. Selfish Taquito. Spud Marmoset. Ace Hagata. 6'6". That boy's huge. Moe Fudo. And back to the Warhammer. You know, I'm going to go this guy just because he looks like a... He looks just like a big fat piece of shit. I'm hoping that means he's got strength. Let's fight Spud. Look at this guy. This guy's sexy. He's got the cool haircut. Big fat Sid versus sexy... What's the other guy called? Spud? Sid versus Spud. What is going on here? What is... This is a SNES game? This isn't an NES. This is a SNES game that came out in 1994. Look at these... What is going on here? Can you believe this game came out in 1994? This is when... If you go back to 94, this is when people were playing like Daytona Racing and Virtua Racer and all this in arcades. And this came out... This was years after Mario World and Mario Kart, Zelda. Someone's put together this game and packaged the dog turd up in a... I don't know what they've wrapped up in. More dog turd. Why am I saying turd? Shite. That's what it is. Yeah, this game. Look at the nick of this. It's cutting away from the actual wrestling ring. I don't even know what's happening because anytime you do anything, it's just cutting to these little cutscenes. Any of you guys remember Double Dribble in the NES? That's what I used to do, and that was the NES. It would cut whenever you did a basket. It would cut and show you an animation of the basket being scored. That was Double Dribble. Which was like 89 or something. Seriously, what were they thinking? This is hard work. I don't even know, like, am I winning? Am I not winning? Is there an energy bar? What is going on? I just don't know. I just don't know what's going on here. It's just cutscene after cutscene. Like, alright, he's dizzy. Oh my god, this is horrendous. This is absolutely horrendous. This is terrible. Right, I don't think I can even last to the end of the match. Right, just pin me, man. Pin me. Pin me. Beat me. There we go. Do a fat... Right, pin me. Like, I want him to pin me and he's not doing anything. Just going to sit back and see if he can pin me. And yeah, he's throwing me out. Right, I'll go for the count out. I don't know, Evo. I've got no idea what's going on here. This is the most bizarre game. I'm not even going to get counted out. They just don't want the game to end. You know what this is? See if you have to play this in the arcade. This is one of those games that, you know, the arcades, most of the time, the game ends quickly and you need to put more money in. This is one of those games that doesn't end and you just walk away and you don't care that you spent money on it. You just be like, right, this sucks. Let's go. Guy's just punishing me. There's no energy bar. I don't know what's going on here. What is going on? Seriously, what is going on here? I don't know what's going on here. Like, He won't pin me. Like, I'm not touching it. He just keeps punishing me. I get dizzy. But there's no energy bar, so I've got no idea who's winning. Oh, yes. Come on. Yes. That's a victory for me as well, just because I end it. I didn't think it was possible to find the worst game. But I get beat by a body lock. 3 minutes, 3 seconds. No, that's a mistake. Do not try again. Do not try again. Step away from the crap wrestling game. Right. There's one other game here I can see, and it's called Superfire Pro Wrestling. And would you believe it? This apparently came out in 1996. Like, when was that? Was that like a year or so before the PlayStation came out or something? When was that? That's really, this is like 5 or 6 years after the SNES came out. This is right at the end of the SNES's life. Right, it's called Superfire. Right, I need to find this ROM. Superfire Pro. Right, it's called Superfire Pro Wrestling X Premium. Now that is a hell of a name. This could be. I think this is just Japanese actually. That's maybe why it was out so late. Maybe in Japan the SNES has a little bit more life in it. Suplex. Could you read that there? Superfire Pro Wrestling Premium X or X Premium. What is it? Superfire Pro Wrestling. God knows. 1996 by a human. One human created this game. Mega Fight League. There's a lot of modes anyway. Let's go for the World Championship. I want the title. I'm just not willing to actually fight for it. So this is the last SNES wrestling game. There might be more. This is just when I did a quick search in Google, this is what came up. Scott Norton. Oh well, there's a real wrestler there. Sabu as well. Oh, there's Hawk. So it's actually got a couple of guys. Liger, I think I've heard them. Oh, there's Chris Benoit. Wild Pegasus. No, it's probably not good if I go a mass child killer, so I'll maybe go with Scott Norton. Yeah, Scott Norton. Scott Norton. I know you. I know it's daft, is it? Scott Norton. There was a I think it was WCW versus NWO Revenge. And I'd only watched Norton a few times in the wrestling, and I just remember he wasn't a great character to go, but he had this like one crazy punch, and he could just knock people out with like one punch. It was amazing. It wasn't a great character to go, but it was worth it just to one punch KO folk. Oh god, this is the same as the WCW thing. They must have just copied that. They look at how similar this is to that. See the WCW Super Brawl. Now I've got no idea about what the script is with this game, but the fact this was out a year after the WCW Super Brawl makes me think they've taken a game that was designed for the American market, put a couple of Japanese wrestlers in it, and just released it to the people in Japan because they thought, well, no one's going to be playing the other game. Don't quote me on it, but call me suspicious, but this looks exactly the same. They've just put a different colour of paint on it. So although this was out in 96, it looks like they've just redesigned the WCW Super Brawl game. I don't know what's going on here. Stop. There we go. There we go, some headbutts. Right, am I looking at the wrong guy? I'm looking at the wrong guy. I've been looking at the wrong guy. Like the guy Scott Norton here looks a bit like, with the blonde hair, looks like Mr. Perfect or something. I'll just get pile drivered. It's funny. I started this cast. I was wanting to play the. Yeah, Evo. It is the same game. Definitely, it's definitely there's some sort of thing about that. They've definitely used the same game engine or something, or just copied it and changed the fighters. Yeah, when I started streaming this, I really wanted to, try the game, see what they're like, but you soon become wary of that. I'm just going to let him pin me. And yeah, you soon become wary of that, and you just want it to end because the game is so bad. It really is poor. Yeah, I suspect that's what the case is with that. And you know what? I'm going to Google that. Let's see what it says about it. Is there a Wikipedia page? Surely there's a Wikipedia page. Must be a Wikipedia page. It tells me what this is all about. List of Superfire Pro. Right. Superfire Pro Wrestling X Premium. Released in 96 for the Super Famicom as an extensive edit mode where up to 80 created wrestlers can be stored. Didn't know that. The game features likenesses over 100 real-life professional wrestlers. Didn't know that. Fan translations of the game surfaced online with an advent of emulators such as SNES 9X. Blah, blah, blah. It came out on March 29th, 1996 by Human Entertainment. And I don't know if did they do... I don't think they done that WCW Super Brawl, but it looked very, very similar. I think that's it. I don't think there's any more wrestling games for the SNES. You'll be glad to hear because... yeah, I don't think there is anymore. Maybe there is. I don't know. No, I think that's it. That's all I can see anyway. There probably is some more, but to be honest, I've reached my limit. So, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this look at terrible wrestling games. And apart from that arcade style one, the arcade style one, which one was it called again? The WWF WrestleMania, the arcade game. That was probably the only game that was even remotely fun. Evo's saying here, maybe the American games copied them. I don't know, because the WCW Super Brawl, for one, it's a bigger organisation, but it was released the year before as well. So, the Japanese one there was out the year after, so it would make me think that, the Japanese one copied it. This one seemed to have been the best one, and me saying that this was the best one isn't even saying that this is a good game. This is just saying this was the best one that I saw. Oh no, now I'm on some sort of brawl thing here. Right, I'll play this. Look how much energy I'm losing there. I suppose I'm doing that to him as well. Come on, get some carnage. I'm actually in the mood for some Pit Fighter now after saying that. Can you guys remember was Pit Fighter in the SNES? I think it was. Or was it Super Fighter? Pit Fighter was on the SNES. What I'll do actually, I'll try and get... I'm going to quickly check, right? I just want to quickly check for you guys if Pit Fighter was on... Pit Fighter was on the SNES. Pit Fighter was on the SNES. So, here we go. Right. So, remember the references I was saying, and I said, this is like Pit Fighter. Pit Fighter came out in the arcades like 90 or something like that. And it was like the catalyst for all, using digital animation in fighting games and games in general. Now, this, in many respects, this game is a pioneer, but in most respects, it is a pile of shit. It is a terrible game. It was terrible in the arcades, and the fact it got ports is beyond me. I don't know why it got ported so much. But this is the game I was talking about. This is why we saw a lot of... Oh, there we go. Like wrestling. This does tie into it. I'm going to go ex-pro wrestler Buzz. Yeah, this game is responsible for all these kind of poor... digitized games. But in saying that, I remember when we used to go to the cinema, me and my friends, after high school or a Friday night or something, we go to the arcades before, and we spend an hour or so in the arcades, right? And Pit Fighter was there. And I can remember having discussions about how amazing the graphics were on Pit Fighter, because we were all amazed that they could, it was like video in a computer game. And as bad as this is, it's not even as bad as some of those games I just played. But it's just terrible. Look at the guys in the background. Why did I just go grey in my beat? Did he just one punch knock me out there? Right, Buzz just got his ass kicked. Right, Buzz is trying to break out. I don't even know what's happened there, but I just got... This guy is demolishing me. But when I was talking about I was referencing Pit Fighter earlier, and this is it. It's terrible. It really. This is as good as it was in the arcade as well. It was terrible. But I'm beat again. I don't understand what's going on there. It's just one of those things. But Pit Fighter, like, wait there. I'll just quickly search for something. Pit Fighter. Now I'm obviously talking about Pit Fighter, but I'm remembering a lot of it just from my childhood. Right, Pit Fighter is a 1990 arcade fighting game by Atari Games. It was picked up by Tengen and Konami. Yep, and this is the thing. It was released on arcade. It was released on arcade. It was released on the Amiga, Amstrad CPC, Atari SD, C64, DOS, Game Boy, Lynx, Master System, Mega Drive, Genesis, SNES, ZX, Spectrum. Can you imagine how, like, that's one of the best versions of Pit Fighter, and it's horrendous. Can you imagine how bad that would have been on something like the Commodore 64, the Amstrad CPC, or the ZX Spectrum? Even the original Game Boy and the Lynx would have been terrible as well. And yet, this game, without a doubt, should be and is rightfully credited for being one of the pioneer in the fighting range. It says here in Wikipedia it was the second fighting game to use digitized sprites after Home Data's Rekai Doshi Chinese Exorcist, which I've never heard, so I'm not sure if they've copied a game from, what is it, like a pre-Street Fighter 2 fighting games. It must have been a game that was out in, China or something, or Japan. But Pit Fighter, for me, it was the one that got everyone's attention. It was the one that really, this is the one that was, the legacy of it was that encouraged games like Killer Instinct, NBA Jam started using digitized sprites, and those crappy wrestling games that you just saw me playing. Back in the day, Evo, these games were, amazing to look at, but even then, after a while, even games with good graphics, you got bored of them. They were pretty poor, I mean, look at that. Even back in the 90s, after a while, that lost its appeal. Right, so thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate. Thanks to Evo Carty, the guy who asked about whether red hair means he's Irish. Yeah, thanks for dropping by. Thanks for watching the stream, guys. I hope you've enjoyed it. I don't know why I picked wrestling games. I just thought I'd do something different and jump through a few games, because a lot of these games, you've not really got an hour worth of gameplay if you're playing a crap game. So it's good to just jump in and have a look at it and then see what it's like. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll hopefully do a stream at the weekend as well, if I've got time. And I do appreciate you guys checking in and chatting to me. So if you get any suggestions, Evo, for any games to stream in the future, I'll take them on board. Like F-Zero was a good shout. And Zelda's a good one for me to play, but obviously that's something I'm going to have to do over like 6 or 7 parts. It's good to do something and just kind of keep it enclosed in one video. Yeah, thanks, Evo. I'll catch up with you soon. And thanks to everyone who's watching this at a later date. Please do leave a comment if you've enjoyed the video. Give it a thumbs up, a share, subscribe, all that. And I'll catch you all soon. See ya.